So for step number 1, you're going to spike one of the saline bags. You're going to invert the bag, and you're going to squeeze the bag until all the air is expelled and you have fluid going into the IV tubing extension set. And then you're going to set this aside. For step 2, if your second administration set has an inline reflux valve, you want to cut the tubing to remove the valve from the tubing set. For step 3, you're going to cut the second administration set so that the roller clamp is close to the drip chamber. For step 4, you're going to remove the IV catheter from the needle, and you're going to carefully dispose of the needle, and then you're going to cut the catheter from the IV hub. So for step 5, you're going to take the IV hub, and with gentle pressure, you're going to insert the catheter side of the IV hub into the cut end of the administration set. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of finesse. For step number 6, you're going to want to spike your second IV bag and use the shortened administration set. And this is the bag that you're going to use as the empty bag, so you're going to drain this bag completely in either a trash or a sink. And this is part of step number 6, spiking the saline bag with the shortened administration set and drain the bag completely. For step number 7, you're going to attach the IV extension set to the lower lock end of the IV hub. For step number 8, you're going to attach the other end of the IV extension set to the stopcock. For step number 9, you're going to attach the primed IV administration set to the stopcock. For step 10, you're going to attach the 20 ml syringe to the third port of the stopcock. For step 11, ensure both roller and side clamps are open. Now your circuit is ready for use.